Hey guys, Caroline here. It has been 4 months since I last did one of these videos, Profit Diary for Match Betting. And the reason is I simply wasn't doing any match betting of interest for most of that time. So the last time I did a video was in May, and I was mainly reporting profit that I'd made in April. So you can see here from the spike, I did quite well in April. And then really throughout the summer, I simply didn't do any. I was very busy. I had a lot going on in real life. And then I started working on trading. And as some of you may know, I started a separate channel on that, Sports Trading Newbie. And so I've been putting some videos on there over the last couple of weeks. But I have started doing match betting again. So this month, September, I've been fairly active with it, kind of getting back into the flow of things. And yeah, I've made just under £300 so far this month. We're 30th today, so almost the end of September. So I've obviously gone past the 5k mark, which is nice. Now, kind of an update on where I am in terms of accounts, because if you've been watching my channel a few months ago, you'll know that I restarted. With my own set of accounts, the first set I did, I don't have many left now which aren't gubbed. So I still have Sky, I've still got Paddy Power, I have BetVictor and Bet365. Bet365 I actually do very, very little with. I don't do two ups. I find them a waste of time and they don't suit me because I'm not around to watch the football games. BetVictor do the odd little £5 offers here and there. Sky and Paddy, I do their weekly bet clubs, and I just get the odd ones that come along. So I don't do very much with my own set of accounts now, very little. Now with the second set of accounts I created a few accounts and I kind of took over my friends' accounts back in, I actually can't remember if it was last year or the beginning of this year, but anyway, I still haven't done much with his. Now his accounts, I don't think any have been gubbed yet, or maybe one or two. But I've done very little, but I've still got a lot of the big ones there. So I've got Coral, Ladbrokes, William Hill, for example. So I'm able to do those bet clubs on his accounts and so forth. I've got Bet365 as well. So when there is something like an in-play offer, like there is for Tuesday, I think it's Tottenham and Bayern Munich, and is a Bet365 are running an in-play offer, so I can do that on both sets of accounts if I can be around to put that on in play. So my plan going forward, I will do what I can with those two sets of accounts. Now with the second set of accounts, I've still got a lot of welcome offers that I can do, and possibly going forward I might be able to do a third set of accounts. I have someone else in mind that I might be able to kind of rope in and convince them to basically hand over their ID to me so I can pretend to be them and do match betting all over again with a third set of accounts. But I'm not going to do that until I've kind of exhausted more of the welcome offers with my existing sets of accounts. So I'm finding it's getting kind of a little bit messy, so I'm kind of organizing my spreadsheets, trying to make sure that I know where I am with all these accounts and what's going on and so forth. It certainly does get a little bit messier when you've got multiple accounts and I'm using multiple devices. So I've got to have two physical laptops to run these two sets of accounts from, two sets of bank accounts, two sets of emails. You know, everything is duplicated. The only thing I don't have two of, I don't have two Odds Monkey accounts. I've only got the one, and of course I've only got one exchange accounts on Betfair Markets and so on. So yes, going forward, I'm just carrying on doing what's out there. Now, in terms of videos, this is something I've been thinking about recently. You know, for the first sort of few months that I did this channel, I was kind of showing what I was doing. I was teaching little bits here and there. At this point, I don't feel like I have much new to say in terms of offers and whatnot, because I've kind of said it all before. However, I'm considering doing maybe more of like a structured course on match betting. Whenever I think about setting up a new set of accounts, I start thinking about how I might do things a bit differently, in a bit more organized. And one thing I've done is I'm obviously a real fan of match betting, and I tell my friends, family members, do this. It's a good way of making some extra money. Doesn't last forever, but you can make a few grand out of it. And yet only two people out of all the people I've told have actually tried it. Both of them have now stopped. So one of them is the person whose accounts I've taken over. The other one is my best friend. She did manage to make over £1,000, but then she just decided to stop. So I think there's maybe a need for something that's a bit more structured. The courses that are out there, the guides and stuff, are mainly text-based, and I think a lot of people struggle with that. People don't like to read, especially nowadays when everyone's on their mobiles, everyone's on a phone or a tablet. People don't want to sit down and read a wall of text on a little phone. So I'm thinking of maybe doing some videos that are kind of a more structured into kind of more of a step-by-step type of course. So give me your thoughts on that if you think that might be something useful. And if I did that, I would do it, I put them on a website as well as on the channel, so it wasn't just mixed up, jumbled. The idea is to have somewhere like a central place where you can go and get those videos, because if someone was to go to my channel, and even though there's plenty of videos there that sort of teach a lot, it's all sort of mixed up, it's jumbled up. There's this stuff with me making mistakes, there's me doing my profit diaries, which can be a bit waffly, and there's all sorts of stuff. And I think there's a need for something that's a bit more concise, a bit more precise. So there's less waffle and more just to the point, do this, do that kind of thing. So let me know your thoughts on that. And other than that, I'll probably just do the occasional profit diary every couple of weeks or so to show where I'm doing financially. So that's about all I can think of for now, really. So I'm plugging on. I'd be interested to know, there's quite a few subscribers on this channel now, but how many of you are still doing this? Have you made money? Are you doing this on a regular basis? Let me know in the comments. It's interesting to see how other people are getting on. All right, that's all for this one. So thanks very much for watching, guys.